Good evening. This is Debra V. Wilson. It is Monday, the 16th of October, 2017, and the time is 1800 hours and 28 minutes, and that's GMT minus 6. And I'm in Canada. On the 19th of April of this year, I did a podcast entitled Who Do We Deem Worthy of Keeping Us Safe? And it was a brief analysis questioning how we construct who's safe and responsible enough to keep us safe. I did not realize that on the 26th of October 2016, approximately a year ago, the director of MI6, the external intelligence community organization in the UK, the director, Alex Younger, had had has begun, and I put begun in quotes because I don't actually know when he started the initiative of reaching out to ethnic minorities, Black, Asian, minority ethnics in the UK. BAME. That's literally what you refer to, BAME. I had not realized he was doing that, and I'm going to post a link in the podcast in which on MI6 website there's literally SIS, which is the Secret Intelligence Service, Black History Month, and it's actually aimed at Black people of African descent. I think it's really important to have a brief discussion about what Mr. Younger is planning to do, attempting to do, wanting to do. First thing, when I read the brief post, it was on point. It said the things I would hope an intelligence community that was thinking of becoming more diverse and more nuanced might think and might say. Then, in this year, a few months ago, on the 6th of March 2017, same agency, MI6, has a video on YouTube, a video in which they are actively reaching out to, again, people of color. So the discussion, first of all, as I said, it's on point. It's exactly what you'd want to hear from a predominantly white organization about reaching out, which I think is good. But I think it's healthy to have some cynicism when looking at anything coming out of a spying agency. Mr. Younger says what he should be saying. He's a spy master. He should be reading the environment correctly and responding to it. So with that healthy bit of cynicism out there, I'm going to push it to the side and say, I'm hopeful that he's genuine in bringing in additional patriots, British patriots, whose goal will also be to keep the nation safe. Now, when it comes to bringing in nuanced or additional perspectives of the world, that's a good thing. Diversity does tend to make an environment stronger. There are challenges when you bring in new and quote unquote nuanced or new ways of looking at things. First of all, MI6, I would make the assumption, and I could be incorrect, that in part its modality of operation is hierarchical. So one of the issues with bringing in new, whatever the new might be, is management has to do a balancing act. You need to bring in new employees who will respect the hierarchy but will step out enough to enhance the environment. And that can be challenging because you typically are going to recruit people who abide by hierarchies, work well into hierarchies, and are respectful of them. But in this case, when you're asking and seeking to bring in new voices and new insights, new in quotes, that person, that group of people will have to have additional skills, again, to respect the hierarchy and work within the hierarchy, and also to challenge it. And that can be interesting. Also, the next point and the next issue that this MI6 will have to face, if they do in fact proceed forward and bring in new voices and nuance for better understanding of the world. Change is never easy. Change is never easy, even if it's a positive, good thing. And change can cause anxiety, envy. People might feel threatened. So I guess that's another, it's never smooth. And even with the smartest group of people, you always get that attitude with change. It's almost a guarantee that somebody is going to say, we don't need to change. We've always done it this way. So I certainly applaud the director of MI6 for his desire to expand MI6's understanding of who's a patriot. I think that's a good thing. I simply am adding my opinion that it will be a growing period for the agency. Nevertheless, I'm hopeful. The mere fact that MI6 has expanded itself to construct its understanding of the world in its own backyard, their country, that patriots come in all colors, ethnicities, orientations, and religions, is a good thing. I look forward to the extent that this closeted organization, by the nature of what it does, can share how its recruiting efforts are working, will share. I'm going to, again, as I said, I'm going to post the previous video I did, Who Do We Deem Worthy of Keeping Us Safe? I'm going to post links to the YouTube video, the recruitment video from MI6, and I'm going to post the link to the article, SIS, Black History Month. I would ask you to look at it, to think about it, to think about the possibilities and what it means for this intelligence community to grow and become more expansive in its understanding of not just the world, but its fellow citizens. And what that will mean if, in fact, they truly do bring in people who bring in additional understandings of the world. Will they actually do it? Will they actually listen to the people? Will those understandings of the world serve to make the agency more efficient? My belief is that the more understanding around issues of identity a spying agency has, the more likely there are to view differences as just that, differences, and to see threats more clearly and not to conflate the two. That's my opinion, and one of the reasons why I am cautiously hopeful. This is Debra V. Wilson. I'm in Canada, and it's Monday, the 16th of October, 2017. Thank you very much.